Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Yassine and I have been using the OnePlus 7 Pro for the last 2 days, the last 48 hours, and there's a few things that stuck out to me. So this is my initial impressions. And we're gonna start things off with the actual size of the phone. This phone is huge. I mean, it's big. It's like Samsung Galaxy Note territory. And if you follow my channel, then you guys know that I like smaller phones because I like to use my phones with one hand. It's just that much easier for me. Now, I don't have particularly small hands or large hands, but this phone is really big. And it's got a beautiful display. It's got a 6.67-inch display, but trying to use this phone with one hand is like impossible. Even with the gestures that OnePlus provides in the phone, you still can't reach certain parts of the phone with your one hand. I even went on the Play Store and tried a bunch of different apps. Like one of them is called Fluid Navigation Gestures, where it basically turns the right side or the left side of your display into back. So if you're in an app, you can swipe in from the left or swipe in from the right if you're using whichever hand that you're using, and you can go back. Now that makes it a little bit easier to use the phone with one hand, but either way, it's definitely a two-handed phone. Now if you guys want to check out that app, I'll leave it linked down below in the description. And then right after that, you start noticing the display. And this is a beautiful display. Like I said, it's 6.67 inches. And the phone's physically the same size as the Galaxy Note 9, but because they got rid of all the bezels, then this screen is 6.67, where the Note was, I believe, 6.4 inches. So you are getting a beautiful, nice display. And then paired with that 90 hertz refresh rate, it's ridiculously smooth. I don't even know how to describe it through this video, how smooth and just everything flows. Like if there's a T-Mobile nearby where you live, definitely go there and play with the OnePlus 7 Pro. Just open up the app drawer, swipe through the apps, open up a browser, Google Play Store, and just start swiping and scrolling, and you'll start seeing how everything is just buttery smooth. Even the little animations where you swipe up to go back home and you see the app slowly go down to its little placeholder on the display, even that's smooth, and it just looks beautiful. And I love the 90 hertz, and I think it really did spoil me, and you are definitely gonna love it. I don't even know how I'm supposed to go back to another phone when it's time for me to review the next phone that comes out. But that 90 hertz refresh rate and this beautiful display, it's top notch. So after using that beautiful display and the 90 hertz refresh rate, then I was concerned about battery life. But after the first 2 days, I don't think battery life is going to be an issue with this phone. So on the first day, I unplugged it at 7:30 in the morning, and I used it all day, used it heavy, watched a lot of YouTube videos, and by the end of the night at 10:30 or 10:20 at night, it was down to 5%, and I got about 6 hours of battery life. So that's amazing. And then on the second day, I unplugged it around 9:30 in the morning, didn't use it as heavy as the first day, and I got over 4 hours of screen on time, and around 10:30 at night I was down to 17%. So you're definitely gonna get a whole day usage, and if you conserve your usage on the phone, you might be able to even get a day and a half out of this. And then the next thing that obviously you're gonna check out right away is the camera. So the back camera. 3 different cameras, 3 different focal lengths, and I haven't really used the wide angle that much, just played around with the regular focal length and then the telephoto focal length. And I'm gonna say that the regular one, it was good. It was sharp, detail was there, the contrast was good, but the telephoto one where it zoomed in, it seemed like it was lacking contrast, and it was also looked like it was washed out. The colors just weren't popping and vivid enough. And I think OnePlus knows that something's going on with this camera and it's not performing as well as it should, because I read online that they already released a software update to fix that, and there is another software update coming to fix even more stuff in the camera. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully it'll be out before I do my full review, which should be out in about a week. So if you're interested in that and want to know what happens with that camera, make sure you subscribe to the channel by subscribing down below, and while you're there, give this video a thumbs up. And finally, there's a couple of little things that I'm going to just put into one category that I noticed. So one of them is that there is edge lighting. Because this display is curved, so whenever you get notifications, you get a little bit of light on the left hand side, or sometimes on both sides light up, whether it's text messaging, Instagram, Twitter, and I thought that was pretty cool. The fingerprint scanner works really fast. I'm gonna say it's actually even faster than the S10 that I came from. The only thing is, with the S10, while the screen is black, you can just press your hand on the screen, on the fingerprint scanner, and it's gonna work right away, as you don't even have to have the screen on. With the OnePlus 7 Pro, you're gonna have to actually lift the phone up so that it wakes up and this little thing shows up. But if the phone is just turned off and there's nothing on the screen and you try to touch it, then nothing's going to happen. So that's a little bit of difference. That's because they use different technology in that. But anyway, it does work a little bit faster, or at least it seemed to be, to me, a little bit faster in the first 2 days. The other thing is, so OnePlus has the shelf on the left-hand side rather than the stock Android that has the Google Now feed. And one thing I like about the shelf is the fact that now you can add widgets. I don't know if you could add widgets in previous phones like the OnePlus 6 and 6T, but in the OnePlus 7 Pro, you could add widgets in there. So instead of having a bunch of widgets on your home screen or having a bunch of different pages on your home screen, you could just put everything on the shelf and it's one swipe to the left to get to it. So there's all those little things that are neat and all the little things that are pretty cool. But there was one thing that I really didn't like, and that really has to do with the curved display. So because the display is curved, there's a lot of accidental touches where it touches the inside of your palm or the back side of your fingers, and it's really frustrating. And then there's another part where it's really annoying. In the YouTube app, there's the three little dots when you're scrolling through your feed and you want to watch a video and you want to save it for later. It took me a while to figure out exactly where to press, because I tried to push the three little dots like I normally do on every other phone, but it just wasn't registering. And then I went down around the curve and then back up the curve, and because of this curved edge, it makes it difficult pressing stuff that are on the edge of the phone. So that's something else that I noticed right away. That's actually one of the biggest downfalls of this phone, is the curved display. I like it, it looks beautiful, but interacting with it is a little bit finicky and annoying at times. Anyway, that was my initial impressions of the OnePlus 7 Pro after using it for the first 2 days. If you guys have any questions, then let me know down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you are interested in seeing the full review of this phone, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you get a notification when that video goes live. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, stay plugged.